category that came about because save corruption isn't competitive. So we're going to beat the game as quickly as we can without using save corruption. If you could reset, please. So yeah, this is Dolany.
This is our reset guy.
This is the reset guy. So this is Dolany.
Alright.
I'm LegendEater, and this is Splits. The start of the game is the trainer ID manip. So we basically the unique ID that every run has, we can manipulate to be a certain value that we're going to use in a glitch later on. So this is just part of this. And time is now.
Yep, start.
Nice.
So because of the trainer ID manip, he has no time to switch his options to fast text. So he actually has to mesh through the intro with holding B and clicking A.
Yeah, we can usually use A and B, but B makes the text go fast if it's not already fast.
Yeah.
So I'll set my options here because I couldn't do it beforehand. Fast, off and set will do. And I'm going to pick up the PC potion. If you caught the red race before, your salt and rival fight can go one of two ways, good or bad. And yeah, this rival fight is worse because Bulbasaur, the starter we're going to pick, is terrible. Just terrible.
Yeah, it's really bad. You're fighting a Charmander with Scratch, does a lot of damage.
Yeah, and it's got Growl, so it's
also
lower our attack.
Yeah, Growl is horrible.
Yeah, it can get to the point where we're basically doing no damage. You can die even with PC potion, in which case there's no backup for. But this isn't Sapphire, so we don't save for the first rival fight. Sorry, the trash talk from the race hasn't left us. So yeah, have to try really hard not to pick Squirtle there, but yeah, you've got to pick Bulbasaur. We're going to give him a one character name. Similar reason to pretty much the same reason as Red. Characters take one frame to display at fast text, so you know, having Bulbasaur, it's quite a lot of characters. A is quicker. Yeah. It also makes the RNG manipulations that we're going to use later work. So.
Yeah, and the only exception here is the name of the character, which is needed to use the glitches later on.
Yeah, the commas come in later. You'll notice I call myself 5 commas. Those are used in a glitch later on. We're actually going to inject one of those commas at least into our Pokémon data. But we'll get to that.
And 3 growl fills, by the way. 3 growl fills.
Yeah, we're being blessed. We've done the correct answers to the correct gods. Yeah, good. This can go a lot worse. This is actually pretty much a god fight so far.
Yeah, you could do a PB attempt right now.
Yeah, it's following on from the theme of tonight. Every time we've said something like that, things happen, so we got Growl. But yeah, a sub 3-minute fight is pretty solid. I need to know me special here, and it's 13. We've got to do one of 3 different things, 2 different things, to get to 16 special at level 8 or level 7, and that's to do with a glitch later on. There are a couple of other backup strats we can do if we don't get 16 special, but we'll know pretty soon whether we've got it or not. So, yeah. I'll talk about those if I need to.
Level 3 red.
Yeah, so again, same as red glitchless, we're going to fight a couple of encounters on Route 1. Just the good encounters, nice crit. Yeah. Just to get our XP up and get those levels that we need.
Yeah, since he has 13 special, he needs to get level 8 here to potentially get 16 special.
Yeah, so what I can do is, in a PB attempt, I would just fight 1 encounter, but because I need to know whether it's 16 special, like in a PB attempt I could just reset without 16. With this I need to know beforehand, otherwise I'll just end up in a soft lock. So I kill 2 encounters, and I can get to level 7, which will then let me know whether I've got 16 special or not.
Alright.
So we're about to find out how fast this is going to go.
It's actually nice that there were 2 reds.
Yes, really nice encounters. You can get Pidgeys, which aren't good. 15 special means we've got 16 special. So,
Right.
yeah. So we would have actually had a really slow strat to use if we hadn't seen 15 there. It takes like an extra minute and a half. So we've just completely skipped that.
Yeah.
It doesn't exist. So at level 8, I know that I'm going to have 16 special because of the way the level up's work.
Yeah, so we can use the optimal strats here.
Yeah, yeah. So what we're going to do is, as part of this strategy, once we've been able to buy Pokeballs, obviously you've got to do the initial parcel quest. Once we've bought Pokeballs, we're going to buy a Pidgey, and that Pidgey, we're going to buy a Pidgey. We're going to catch a Pidgey. Buy a Magikarp. We're going to catch a Pidgey, and it has to have a very specific HP value. So, as in Red, where we were able to manipulate the stats of a Pokemon, we can actually manipulate the HP value of a Pidgey. And yeah, that saves a lot of time. It's consistent. So yeah, up till about Weedle guy in the forest, it's pretty much the same as glitchless, bar a couple of setup items that don't really look like glitches. So until we get there, you've seen a lot of this already. This run's been through quite a bit of history. Obviously you can see from the estimate it's about a 20-minute run now. World record is 12:59. But yeah, it's come down from like 45 minutes through the stages, which is, you know, quite nice. There are a couple of faster strategies you can do. The 12:59 specifically uses them, but they're not marathon safe at all. So yeah, we opt for slower but safer strat. Yeah, the level 2 Pidgey would have been good as well.
Yeah.
We've got level 7 now.
No.
So yeah, part of getting a good time in this category comes down to luck. A lot of it, to be honest. Not getting encounters on Route 1, getting 16 special, that sort of thing. Once your execution gets to a certain point, you're pretty much just reliant on getting the game to play ball. So we're hoping for that now. Nice, we're through.
Yeah, not a bad start at all.
Yeah, nice. I'll take that. I've had a lot worse. So we're going to buy exactly 8 balls here. 1, because we need 8 balls. We've got a lot of tricky catches coming up. But 2, because it sets our money to a particular value that a glitch later on is going to use. We said about injecting commas into our Pokemon. Also be using the money for something as well.
Don't forget you still have PC potion.
Yeah, that's actually good.
Reset man.
Reset for me, please. Reset man. Thank you. I never usually have a reset man. I'm not used to it. That's fine.
That's perfect. Too.
So yeah, this is the first of the RNG manipulations. If you didn't see Red, what we basically do is we hard reset, and we can move frame perfectly through the intro sequence and then through the game up to a certain point where an event that we want to happen happens. So in this case, I move in that way and get the Pidgey that I talked about earlier. And again, we can frame perfectly throw the ball to the point where we can just catch it every time. So although it wouldn't have been a 100% catch without that, we can turn it into a 100% catch. I say frame perfectly, a little bit weird, because it's not frame perfect. We buffer the inputs and the really large windows, but the game interprets it frame perfectly. So the inputs are sort of being inputted into the game on the first possible frame, but we're actually buffering them well ahead of the time. I've hit him before. More than once. Yeah, we mentioned about the tiles in this in Viridian Forest during the Red Glitches thing as well. In the Japanese game, they used the bottom right corner, the other corner to what they use in this version, and they use the bottom left corner to decide what kind of tile a tile is, and they've got nice little flowers on. And they switched which tile is used to decide which tile is what, and because the flowers were there, it told the game like, no, this isn't a grass tile at all, so it just doesn't generate encounters. So of the whole forest, we actually go over 28 grass tiles, that can generate encounters, and it's a 1 in 32 encounter rate. So we pretty much don't get an encounter. It's quite nice. I don't think we saw one in the red race either. We didn't see one there.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, so you usually get pretty lucky. You can get quite a lot though. I've had up to 4. Again, it's just luck. This fight is pretty standard. We're just going to kill him. It can go a lot worse. You can poison sting or you can string shot. And yeah, if he doesn't poison sting a lot, we can just get through quite nicely. Oh,
close.
Yeah, that's fine. Just to make sure as well, I'll check this is 16 special, but it should be. Lovely.
There we go.
Like it is. It always is after 15, but you know how it is. No, we can't. That's lovely. That is actually quite a nice exit time for Redeem Forest. Cool. So because of all this setup, all of this stuff I've been waffling on about for the past 10 minutes, we're now going to be able to do our first glitch. We're first going to go and get an escape rope from here, so we can escape from where we're about to go. Where we're about to go is quite interesting. You normally can't access it until after the Elite Four. And the way we do it is we put our cursor over save. And we go to this block. This is the block that takes you to Brock. So you can basically skip Brock by saving. It disables your directional. Oh no, it's fine.
Oh.
You can soft reset. Thanks though.
Sorry. That's my fault.
It disables your directional inputs. So if you hover yourself over save, you can save while you pass them. And it tricks the game into thinking like, oh yeah, he's meant to be here. Just let him pass. So you see here, we get past. Cool. And because of the Pidgey and the 16 special, when we talk to him now, we actually overflow the cutscene, and the game now thinks we're in a cutscene, so it's disabled all of the hit detection. But because we overflowed it, I don't fully understand. We overflowed it. We were able to actually use our inputs, so we were able to walk through the game to anywhere in the overworld easily. You can crash the game if you walk in the wrong place, but it's pretty easy to get anywhere. This is the basis for a lot of, or pretty much every glitch category, and we go to different places depending on the category. But in this case, we go to Unknown Dungeon, which happens to be up here somewhere. There it is. Nice. And we perform our second RNG manipulation. Could you reset? Thank you. So this RNG manipulation is for Ditto. Ditto is a 5% catch. So this run is only possible because of RNG manipulation. It used to be that we went to Saffron and did a load of shenanigans there, but now we can just catch a Ditto, and we'll see the power of them shortly. I've got a YOLO ball it though, and it's a 4-frame window. Felt okay. Nice.
Very nice.
So that's a thanks. That's a 4-frame window in a 60 frames per second game. You tend to miss it.
level 55 Ditto, caught by a level 8 ball. So.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a 5% catch, I think. Other than that, so we escape rope out, and because we haven't been to any centres, we go back to Pallet Town, and we can make our way back up Route 1. We're going to go to this tile here, and we're going to flash our decks, and we're going to find an encounter. We're looking for a level 3, not Pidgey, Rattata, because it's got 2 moves, and those 2 moves allow us to do something pretty cool. Ditto knows Transform, and it transforms into the opposing Pokemon. And because Ditto's only got 1 move, and the opposing Pokemon has 2, if we switch those moves around, we can basically tell the game we've got no moves. And yeah.
Again, a Pidgey.
Yeah, you tend, it's like 50-50 as to whether you get a rat or a bird. I want a rat.
Yeah, we really need a rat here. And there
lovely,
it is.
Lovely. So yeah, we can switch the moves around once we've transformed into him. And run away. I'm going to save here now while I've got this, just because this is where it can all go wrong and has gone wrong. And yeah, now we get another encounter, and this is where things start to get silly. I know you might think they've been silly already, but they haven't. They really haven't. We're going to use the move called Cool Trainer. You can see why it's called Cool Trainer. And there's those commas going in. Yeah, Cool Trainer can take a while to change.
Oops.
This might not work. I've never done that before. I think that might update your screen data.
Might be fine.
Yeah. But basically, Cool Trainer, what Cool Trainer does is it corrupts the opposing Pokemon and puts all of the screen data and all sorts of other stuff that shouldn't be there in it. So yeah, we've caught this now. So it's it's actually a ride-on.
Right
So yeah, now we need to catch another Pokemon, which is going to be a missing no that you all know and love. And the game's not liking it at all. Like it's it's really not liking this.
Game's going
so
mad.
as soon as that changes, we catch. The game gets really laggy at this point. You catch this, it's 100% catch. I don't know why. The first one is like just under 50%. There we go. And that Pokemon is called F4 for some reason. So yeah, what I'm going to do now is, you can see this like really naughty Pokemon here. I'm going to view his stats. And that corrupts me party. So now what I can do is I can switch this. So I switch the first one with the sixth one. The sixth one. 9, 10, 11, 13. The 13th one. The 14th with the 15th. 15th with the 17th. And the 16th with the 9th.
Yeah.
I hope. And then I turn left and walk to the Hall of Fame. So basically what I actually... So what I actually did there was I changed the map that I was on, so to think that I was in the Hall of Fame. I gave myself no Pokemon, so you'll notice there was no Pokemon move, and it's time, by the way. I gave myself no Pokemon, thanks. And yeah, basically skipped the next hour and 45 minutes of the game. So yeah, that was any % no save corruption. Thanks for having it. Again, if you want to know more about Pokemon speedruns, come to Discord. We're nice. Cheers. It isn't. It isn't. So yeah, thanks to these lot and to BSG for having us. And yeah, that's the Pokemon block. Cheers.